furs and the feathers, right? Anything like that, make sure to wash your hands after you touch them. Yes, ma'am?
Don't water turtles lay their eggs in the sand?
They do, yeah. They wash them, they lay their eggs on land. And that's really the only reason something like a snapping turtle, especially, is going to go away from the water. So when you see that giant snapping turtle stomping across the road, it's almost always a girl. And the bigger she is, the more likely she's a girl. Because the males, they have terrible belly armor. Okay, all of them. They have terrible belly armor. A snapping turtle can't hide in its shell. When it's in the water, no problem. It swims away. They're awesome swimmers. When they're out of the water, the only real good way they have to protect themselves is to climb a tree, right? Do snapping turtles climb trees? No. How do they protect themselves? Chomp, that bite. So when you see that snapping turtle, and your first reaction is like, ah, snapping turtle! Remember, she's just a mom, trying to give her kids a good start, trying to lay those eggs in a warm, sunny spot, and then get back to the pond where it's safe. The male snapping turtles are like, see ya, honey, I'm staying in the pond where it's safe. Really, they hardly ever come out of the water for anything. One last bird, and then we have another program in here that I need to get out of the way so you guys can enjoy it. When we first started talking about this program, what we were going to do this year, the first animal that we knew we would have to have was this bird has a real superpower. The Sky Spy. And I know there was an eagle on the poster. That's not my fault. I had no idea. There's no eagle here. Because an eagle doesn't have good enough eyesight to be the next animal. The red-tailed hawk has eyesight twice as good as a bald eagle. Way better than an eagle. Her eyesight is 8 to 10 times better than yours or mine. So what does that mean, though, right? 8 to 10 times better. That doesn't mean anything. Numbers, things that don't make any sense. We're just going to try not to poop on the floor here. You gonna go? You think? No? All right, we're going to get the floor. This is an easily clean floor. So 8 to 10 times our eyesight. What does that mean? Do you guys have a soccer field at your school? Can we all envision a soccer field or a football field for the olders of us here? So we can take her down to the soccer field. We can set her in the goal. She could be our goalie, right? She can look down the other end of that field and see a grasshopper playing goalie for the other team. And that's not because she has a telescope built into her head. She didn't zoom in on that little speck. She saw the grasshopper, and she sees all the clover behind it, and she's the gum wrapper blowing across the field. She sees more detail than we can see. So when I look at you folks, I see all your faces. She sees all the hairs and all your eyebrows. She sees all the pores in your skin. She sees a rabbit 2 miles away. Because not only does she see the rabbit, but she can see a softball. She sees the leaves in the bushes. She sees all that stuff. That's kind of impressive, right? Is that good enough for a superpower? No, it's not. Because her eyes do more. She can focus on 3 things at once. So we focus on what we're looking at, right? I have good, clear focus on Sabrina here. But you're blurry. I don't know what's going on over here. The hawk focuses on what's straight in front of her, and at the same time, she has a focus point to either side. So there's 3 things she definitely has sharp focus on. And some people think there's a line that connects those 3 things, so she focuses on her entire horizon. Wow, I can't even imagine what that might look like. That would be an awesome picture, too. Is that good enough for a superpower? We got one more thing. And this one, don't try too hard to do what I'm going to ask you to do, because it can kind of hurt your head if you try too hard, okay? She sees full color vision, kind of like we do. What's different is she sees more color than we see. So think about that for a second. Try to imagine all the colors you can see. For me, I think like art class, that color wheel, right? That's what I kind of think of. So you kind of think of all those different colors, and you kind of mix them together to get those different colors. And now, imagine a few more that you can't make on that color. I can tell who's really trying because they're going like that. Yeah, imagine colors you can't see. I can't. She doesn't have to imagine. She does. She's seeing stuff we don't even know is there. Incredible eyesight. People think she can see warm air rising. I imagine it must be like, when the heat's coming off the road, I imagine maybe it's more like that. She's just better at spotting that. But they'll use that when they're flying. Red-tailed hawks are soaring hawks, big, broad wings. And she can fly and just kind of float along like a big kite. She spots that warm air, she'll fly into it and it'll lift her up and elevate. Easy way to get around. Red-tails, like the snakes, are also real handy animals. They eat a lot of mice and rats and rabbits, things that tend to cause us problems. Well, unfortunately, she can't fly around. And all the animals we've seen tonight, folks, are in captivity for a reason. The snake was an unwanted pet. The turtle was an illegal pet. The screech owl is blind in one eye. This red-tailed hawk was hit by a car. When she opens her wings up again, see that left wing doesn't open up as far as the right? The car hit her, it broke that wing. The wing didn't heal correctly. So she can't fly anymore. Yes, front row. Is it a boy or a girl? This is a girl. And we would guess it's a girl because she's so big. I'll get you in a second, buddy. We know for sure she's a girl because she lays eggs every spring. That's a dead giveaway. If a bird lays eggs, it's a girl. But she's big too, and so we always thought she was a girl even before she laid eggs. Do you have a question, buddy? Man in green? Did you have a question? Yeah, let's hear it. What is it? Go. I don't know your name. I can't call on you by name. Do you really have a question? You just want to moonwalk. Okay, go the other way. No? No, you can get a better look at it. We just can't let you pet it, right? What do we do with them when they're in captivity? We use them for education. Yeah, that's kind of. Yeah, well, no, we'll give them food and they'll go get it themselves. Yeah, they'll eat their own food. And yeah, so that answered that. Yes. We're not sure how old she is. She's at least 14 years old. She was hit by a car 12 years ago, and she had the red tail then, and they get that red tail for their second birthday. Before that, they had a stripy tail. So she was at least 12 years ago. Yeah. So she could be older. In captivity, a red-tailed hawk can live into its 30s. Out in the wild, to live 14 years is pretty good. Birds of prey usually live 2 to 3 times longer in captivity than they do in the wild. Nature plays really rough. And if anything goes wrong, especially with the predator, it's all over. They're not able to catch their food. A healthy red-tailed hawk, really there's nothing looking to eat her. She might end up being a really unlucky one that runs into a young great horned owl because they're a little crazy. And young great horned owls eat things they really shouldn't even be trying to eat. A red-tailed hawk might be one of those things. There was you guys ever watch those nest cam things? There was a nest cam last year, the bald eagle, right? And she's sitting in the nest, mama bald eagle, and there's a little baby eagle in there with her. And this red-tailed hawk comes bombing in after the baby eagle. Mom was sitting in the nest. A big bald eagle's about that big. The baby eagles ate red-tailed hawk that day. This mom grabbed him and squished him. That red-tailed hawk, though, who came flying in on those eagles, had a straightened tail. What does that mean? Young, maybe not the sharpest tool in the shed there. So, again, we gotta move. So we've got these these animals we've met today are just a sampling of the incredible creatures we have right here in our own backyard. We don't have to go on a vacation. We don't have to turn on the TV. We can see some incredible stuff. And I want to ask you guys, since it's summer and you're not getting much schoolwork done, to do some homework. Here's your homework. Go out into the world. Find a new super animal. Every single day, someone finds something new. Every day. Think about that. Every day, someone finds something new. A few years ago, some college kids found 7 new lizards in California within an easy drive of their college. insects in New York City. There's something out there no one's ever seen. Even if it's just something you've never seen. But you should prepare. You got to fill your big brain, right? Because you don't want to come running in and go, Mom, I discovered a new hawk. It's big, it's brown, it has a red tail, it's brand new. You don't want to do that, right? So fill your brain. Look here in the library, right? Learn what other people know. Watch Wildcrafts and learn what those guys know. Talk to people who know this stuff and learn what they know. And then go out and find something new. Because are you ever going to find anything no one else knows about on the internet? No. Somebody put that there. So, can you guys do that? That's your homework. Fill your big brain, gather some gear, get outside, and even if you don't find something no one else has ever seen, try to find something you've never seen. Can you guys want to try that? The best part about that is the way to do that is roll over rocks, climb trees, and look at stuff. I mean, how cool is that? And that's science. I'm going to get out of here because there's another program coming. Last question.